Ask yourself this: why do you want them to like you? Like, genuinely, think about why that's important to you, why you stress over them potentially not liking you, or you care so much for their validation. Whether this be a relationship or just friendship or peers, right? Ask yourself, is it really worth it to kind of sacrifice who I am or try so hard to make them like me? Because I'll tell you what, unless you have like a genuine character flaw, like something that you know is wrong about yourself that makes yourself unlikable, don't ever try to make yourself more likable to a person, especially if it's like a relationship. Like, I know we try so hard to like obviously get the girl we like to like us, right? But understand this. While I do believe there are things that could hurt you and make you less attractive more than you should, that you shouldn't do, I should say, for the most part, being yourself is kind of the most honest thing people can tell you. Because by being yourself, that doesn't mean that you don't show ever restraint. Because sometimes when you meet a person, you can't just tell them everything about yourself. You have to have some wisdom regarding that. But I find that we try so hard to get people to like us, even though realistically, them liking us doesn't add to our lives. Because, like, let's assume, right, they do like you, like just appear, not necessarily romance, because it's obvious what the benefit is there. It's like, does it add to your life? Does them liking you, does it make you a better person? Does it make you more qualified for the role that you're trying to do? If it is, like maybe it's like your boss, then it's understandable. But I remember a quote that I really like is that you're trying to get them to like you, but you don't even like them, because it's like I feel like we're so, as creatures, we're so like trying to find validation for other people, and it's like, what does their validation really do for you? Now of course I do think as people we need some kind of validation, but like, is it really that valuable, or does it really matter that much if someone doesn't like you? Like, I think it only matters is if you know you did something wrong. If you have done something wrong, then okay, correct it, apologize, do your best. But if you were just being truly you, honest and trying to be good, then no, don't focus so much on people liking you. It's easier said than done. But like, I'm trying to get to a point right now where when I sense someone doesn't like me, it's just like, oh wow, it is what it is. Of course, I'll admit I do a little bit of trolling, and I'll say hi. There's this one guy, right, where I'm pretty sure he doesn't like me, but he's respectful about it. But every time he walks through the hallways, I'm like, oh hey dude, hey man. Like, I don't harass him, but I always say hi to him because I just know that he doesn't like me. So I do think killing the person with kindness is fun to do. But like, and generally don't stress too much over whether they like you. Stress over you're around the people, the right people, the people that do like you. And pay attention to those who do like you, because there must be something about it. Because there are genuinely people out there who are so unliked and they don't have really anyone to really talk to. Whereas you more than likely do have a decent amount or a few people in your life who do like you and see something in you. So there might be something there, because I find that we're trying so hard to be validated, but like, is it really worth losing yourself? Because what happens when we try to get people to like us is that we're constantly changing ourselves. And that doesn't mean that change is bad. Like, I'm all for self improvement. Like, I think you should try to be your best you. But one thing I think I've talked about this in my reviews is like, I'm trying to be my most like me. And when I say most like me, I mean, what is something that I know I truly want to do and the person I truly want to be. Like, I don't want to be any other person, because at the end of the day, there are so many other people who are exact copies. Try to genuinely be understand what is the true you, not the you that wants to be liked, not the you that wants to be loved by someone, right? Because if you're assuming that you're a good person, it's different if you're a horrible person, then obviously correct that. But like, if you're not doing anything immoral, right? Don't try to be loved, right? And what I mean by that is I don't mean literally don't ever desire to be loved, but don't try to get people to love you who clearly don't truly love you. Like, they just love how you appear. Like, like, let's say you're a talker, like you're super chalant, but you try to be nonchalant. You try to be the quiet, mysterious guy. No, don't be that. Be truly the best you, like the most authentic you, because at the end of the day, there's no one else is ever gonna really replace who you are. Sure, there'll be people who may have the same name as you, who might have like some of the same traits as you, but at the end of the day, there's never going to truly be a replacement for you. I don't care what anyone says. One of my favorite songs is I think it's called "Hold On" by Jet or something, where they quote in the songs like "You tried so hard to be someone that you forgot who you are." Because I feel like that's what we're constantly doing. We're always trying so hard to validate this idea to get people like it's like I gotta be this to be seen as sophisticated. Like I really love the movie Legally Blonde, right? One of my favorite movies. Well, I've never actually seen the movie. I've seen the musical. It's the same story. But one of my favorite characters is Elle Woods, right? She's like a very girly character who in the movie she's trying to become a lawyer, right? She's in law school. And the whole message of the movie is that she tries so hard to be this like stereotypical super serious girl who wears black, but she comes to truly love herself and who she is at the end of the movie and embraces her love of pink. Now the movie isn't just about how she loves pink, but embrace her true femininity and be very much girly. And what I always take from that is that Elle succeeded because she decided to be truly her. She didn't try to appear, at first, she did try to appear as this super serious archetype, but she had then learned to become really her because we're always trying to make ourselves presentable. I do think presentation matters. I do think that how we present ourselves is very important, but I think it's so much more important to truly understand what we are and what kind of person we're trying to be. Like the person that you really want to be, not the person that others want you to be, what your parents want. At the end of the day, your parents, they're not going to be here forever. They're eventually going to pass away, unfortunately, and you're going to have to eventually be left as a person who isn't told how to be that person. And you want to make sure that you develop into that true sense of yourself because I think so hard we're just we're just faking it. Like everyone's putting on this mask. Like I think it was Nietzsche or some kind of philosopher says, I was shocked to find out that life was a costume party and I came to the party wearing my true face. Because I do think there is restraint in the sense that there are certain people, right, where I'm not going to show one part of myself just because it's like, okay, this part of myself is not really what the person is used to, right? And that's just wisdom, right? I'm not going to act the same way with my mom as I would with the bros, right? I'm not going to say the most as many outrageous or crazy jokes, right, that I may make with the bros. But with my mom, I'll show one side of myself. But make sure that you're truly showing a side of yourself, not pretending, because showing one side of yourself is not the same as hiding who you are. It's just showing a different aspect. It's kind of like how you're a painting, right? Where a really good painting may have different aspects. Like let's say you're painting a landscape, right? And the landscape shows different trees, flowers, birds, and stuff like that. You may show one part of the painting, like one fourth of it, and show, hey, this is truly me. This is one part of myself. The issue is if we try to show a painting that isn't ours, like a side of ourselves, um, that isn't really who we are. But just because you show one piece of the painting doesn't mean that you're not showing the painting. It just means you're showing a little bit of it. And just make sure that you understand what is your goals. Why do you want them to like you? And maybe you are doing something that's making yourself unlikable, and then do so and correct it. But understand this, it's like, don't try to vouch for other people's love because at the end of the day, their choice to love you is their choice. As dumb as that says to phrase it. But what I mean by that is you can make someone hate you more, right? But you can never make someone love you more. That is completely up to them because whether they love you is really truly a personal choice inside their heart. Or it's of course making someone hate you more. I mean, you could just be a complete dirtbag and throw sand in their face, then yeah, of course doing that will affect them and make them feel that way. But we try so much to make them, oh, just love me, love me, love me. And it's like, no, they're not gonna love you more. There's nothing you can do about it. And it's important to move on. I remember someone I cared for a situationship, and I wanted them to like me more. I wish the situationship had worked out. I wish it become a relationship at the time. I don't really wish so much anymore. Like, but today I had to come to realize like there was nothing that could be done to change how she perceived me. I mean, there's some things I could have done, but at the end of the day, nothing of value, nothing that meant anything. So really, really try to be. I mean, I keep on saying, it, really try to be yourself. Because at the end of the day, no one's gonna vouch for you. I always say this: no one's gonna truly fight for you. Sure, there's people who love you and will care about you and fight for you in some ways, but at the end of the day, in those dark thoughts, in the emptiness of your mind, it's going to be just you versus you. And you want to make sure that you're a person that really loves who you are, a person that, in spite of them not liking you, that you're able to move on. Because the most miserable thing is to be a person who is like set by the waves and opinions of others. And I'm not saying I mastered that. I mastered the art of not caring. No, that's ridiculous. Because some degree you should care if people like you, like some degree. Like you want to make sure that you're not actively unlikable. Let me make this clear. It's okay to be disliked. It's not okay to be unlikable in the sense of putting yourself in a position where you're just generally not someone that people want to be around. Like don't be that, but understand that yeah, I don't need their love because in the day there are people who will love you in spite of, whatever trait that you may have. I mean, there's evil people that have people that still love them. So try to really understand and be the version of yourself that matters. But yeah, I hope you all have a great day. This is a little bit of a long video, but just ask yourself, why do you want them to like you? Because I think that will reveal so much about your own insecurities and your own feelings on things. But anyways, y'all have a great one. Bye.